No, I think with the way he
Well,
plays is like it's like a match made in heaven, like for him to play for City. Because in my first year here, I think that's what everyone says, like, oh.
Did you know Usain Bolt is not the fastest man alive? This is perhaps as strange as a statement can get, but the man who is generally considered the fastest person on the planet is not as fast as quite a number of football players. From Sven Botman to Kylian Mbappe, Karim Adeyemi to Darwin Núñez. These are 12 fastest football players in the world. The first player in this video is a goal-scoring cyborg. We will talk about how fast he is in a bit, but in the meantime, kindly hit that like and share button. Also, please subscribe to the channel to see more videos like this. Erling Haaland. Haaland is famous as a prolific goal scorer, but this young player who came so close to winning the first Ballon d'Or is not just great at scoring goals, he's also one of the fastest men in the game. Haaland is clearly not a sprinter, but he can probably have a successful career as one because he moves with the speed and agility that are basically associated with sprinters. Now, Haaland might not be one of the best dribblers on the game, but who says he has to be a good dribbler to beat players? Dude is able to beat defenders effortlessly by simply running past them. But that's not all that his speed helps him do. It also comes in handy in helping him avoid offside traps. Erling is able to get to a speed of 22.50 miles per hour, which makes him the perfect player for a team that enjoys counter-attacking football. The next player might not be a household name outside of German Bundesliga, but his speed is a nightmare for defenders in Germany.
Easy the ball control and the touch. Every time he gets the ball, he never loses it, so would easily be that.
Alphonso Davies. Davies is just 22 years old and is one of the fastest players in Bundesliga. As it stands, age is well on his side, so while most likely remain one of the fastest players in Germany for a while, Davies might be a left back. However, he's very technical and has a reputation for dribbling very well. Although the Canadian is blessed with great footwork, he doesn't need to rely on his dribbling ability to beat players. He can simply dash past them. The interesting thing about Davies is that his speed doesn't only help him beat players, it also helps him fall back easily after pressing the opponent. Davies' speed might be more important for keeping his team from conceding goals. But Ousmane Dembele does the direct opposite.
Came knocking the door at 14, it was a tough moment because my mom is very keen on education.
Dembele has shown the world what he offers across various leagues. He has played in the German Bundesliga, the La Liga, and is currently in the French League. Dembele is a powerhouse winger. This is possible because of how skillful he is. Laporta even thinks he's better than Mbappe. But I am not so sure fans agree with this. Dembele plays with both feet and has several tricks up his sleeve, so he's not a man you want to have running at your defense line. Dembele is currently 26 years old and is not only one of the youngest players on the planet by any standard. Regardless of this, there are very few players that can catch up to him when he decides to run with the ball. The Frenchman can hit 22.74 miles per hour when it's time to run. Ousmane is obviously world-class and can play in the starting 11 of any team in the world. But first, he has to run faster than the many injuries chasing him. Well, that's not the case with Raphael.
Je fais semblant de frapper, tu mets la feinte.
Rafael Leao. Not many coaches in the world will think about Rafael if you're looking to buy 3 strikers, but what the Portuguese player lacks in reputation, he has in speed. Now, everyone on Planet Football considers Rafael world-class, but that might not be a problem. Dude has a burst of speed that can take virtually any defense by surprise. You see, Rafael might not be one of the biggest names in world football, however, he is already a major name in Italy, and with his skills and dribbling ability, the young striker is on his way to becoming one of the most dangerous strikers on the planet. Rafael is perhaps not good enough to take spinning as a profession, but Adeyemi just might be different. You too can stand out from the crowd by subscribing to this channel if you haven't done so already.
Yeah, I think they didn't expect the way we went in the game. And of course, beat them.
Karim Adeyemi. The Bundesliga star is just 21. Interestingly, he's already a top player for Dortmund and one of the fastest players in the league. Adeyemi is famous for his skill level, and because of that, he's been able to contribute a lot to Borussia Dortmund. And that's not all. The young player has registered a top speed of 22.80 miles per hour, and if you think this is all he has in terms of speed, you clearly don't know the man. Adeyemi might not be a professional sprinter, however, he would have given Usain Bolt a run if he had decided to become a professional sprinter. Dude once hit a top speed of 3.6 seconds and 30 meters. If you don't know how fast this is, then you might want to compare this to Usain Bolt, who did the same distance in 3.78 seconds. Amazingly, this was even a record breaker. Well, Adeyemi is a soccer star and will never be a sprinter, but if he had decided to sprint for a living, he probably would have been the all-time best. And maybe we won't see Bolt as the fastest man on the planet, but this is why it's no different from Mbappe, who does not need to pick a different career to be considered the best. Kylian Mbappe. Kylian is one person no defender wants to meet on a good day. He might have not won the Ballon d'Or just yet, but dude is the best player on the planet. Mbappe can do a lot to your defense, and this is something Argentina knows too well. When he's not scoring important goals, carrying his team on his shoulders, or dribbling, Kylian is dashing past defenders effortlessly. That's not all. With his speed, when Kylian goes past a defender, it is quite impossible to catch up with him. This is something the French national team and PSG enjoy, and in a couple of months, if everything goes according to plan, it might be Real Madrid's turn to enjoy all that Kylian has to offer. The sad thing about this is that Hakimi, who is currently one of his teammates and enjoys having such an amazing talent on his side, might have to go head-to-head with him in the Champions League. This isn't something the Moroccan looks forward to. However, there is little he can do about it, but it's interesting how this move might scare Hakimi, might not scare Sven Botman. We will see more of this in a moment, but right now, let's see how fast Kylian's future teammate is. Federico Valverde. Federico might not exactly make it to the list of best players in Europe, however, not many players can beat him in a race. The Madrid midfielder is a great talent, is considered a complete midfielder, and has a top speed of 23.23 miles per hour. You might find it difficult to know how fast Federico is because of his position on the pitch, but you do not need to know so much about football to tell that Núñez is fast. Darwin Núñez. The Liverpool forward might not be enjoying the level of prominence he did with Benfica, but one thing no one can deny is that his speed has opened up lots of goal-scoring opportunities for Liverpool. Darwin has recorded a top speed of 23.61 miles. This does not make him the fastest player on the planet. However, he's currently the fastest player in the Premier League. Núñez's speed might be a big deal. However, it's not the only thing he has to offer. Dude also has the strength to take on some of the strongest defenders in England and can be trusted to get the goals. Sadly, we can't say the same for Mudryk. But that doesn't take away the fact that he deserves to be in this video. Mudryk. Chelsea spent a lot of money getting Mudryk in the Premier League. So far, it seems like they haven't gotten the value for the money spent on the Ukrainian. That's quite a challenge. However, it might not be such a big challenge as they succeeded in getting one of the fastest players in the league. Right now, Mudryk might not be getting the goals, but he can chase long balls, which increases his team's chances of scoring. With a top speed of 22.76 miles per hour, Mudryk is definitely one player Chelsea might want to hold on to for a long time. The winger is famous for his pace, but there is more to him. He is brave and full of ideas, and this is something Chelsea will benefit from. Mudryk is a young winger, so it's easy to understand how fast he is. But why is Ronaldo so fast? Cristiano Ronaldo. When CR7 came to the scene, he was considered one of the fastest players. Dude was a teenager, so we were not surprised. But what is surprising is the fact that he's still very fast. Ronaldo is 39 at the moment and has slowed down significantly, but at the age of 36, he hit an average of 32.5 kilometers per hour. Dude was probably running from retirement. Sadly, he can't run away from it all his life. At some point, age will catch up with him, but it doesn't seem like that time is now.
We have to have the right mentality. I look to myself and I say, Cristiano, what you can do it better to improve your level to help the team? Yes, I can improve other things. Maybe
Antonio Rudiger. Most of the people in this video are attackers, but attackers are not the only fast players in football. Defenders are also fast, and one of the fastest defenders of this generation is Antonio Rudiger. Dude has gone head-to-head with some of the fastest players in the world and has given a good account of himself. When Rudiger has to keep an attacker from scoring, he can hit at a speed of 36.7 kilometers per hour. Rudiger might be fast, but he isn't the fastest player in Europe. Interestingly, the fastest player isn't even a striker, Ben Botman. With Botman's top speed, strikers will definitely have an issue getting past him. The Newcastle center back has a top speed of 24.36 miles per hour. If this doesn't wow you, the day he races with your favorite striker will help you understand how fast he is. Botman is a nightmare for defenders because of his speed, but that's not all there is for him. The Dutchman is great in the air, and this is one of the most complete defenders in the Premier League. This is where we draw the curtains today. Before watching the next video on the screen, kindly subscribe to the channel, and we'll see you in the next video.